Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Dominic Peterson, aka Duck Zone 503. And today, man, I'm rolling out my spring football previews, talking about safeties today, man. And I got two special guests with me. I got Jonathan Charles from Scoop Duck, and then I got Ryan Winter, Sports Chat 503, with me today. Say what's up, guys.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Glad to have you. Glad to have you guys. All right, man. So spring games coming up April 23rd. Is a spring game, 1 p.m. You got free admission with the can donation. They're doing a can donation to get in, so make sure you bring your cans. No vaccine requirement for outdoor sport venues for anybody who's wondering about that. Yeah, man, let's get into it. We're talking about safety today. Oregon has sent Ugo Amadi, Brady Breeze, Javon Holland, and now Verone McKinley is in the process of getting there. So, we can kind of call Oregon a safety school, so to speak, man, with all these high-rated safeties. Even going before that, John Boyette was a great safety. Going before that, Cliff Harris, guys like that. Sure, Ryan can keep going even more before that with the safeties here. I mean, yeah, man. So it's sorry about that, guys. But yeah, man, it's been great safeties to come through Oregon here. For this year, got a lot of movement at the position. Verone McKinley going pro, as I just announced. Jordan Happel's graduated, so both safeties are gone. Big question, man, is who steps up? Who steps up here? And with Bennett Williams returning, I think that's a big get for Oregon coming back here, man. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Yeah, Bennett, it hurt him getting injured. Had he stayed healthy, I think he would have been a really good NFL draft pick this coming year. But at least Oregon gets him back for another year. And I think it's going to be beneficial on that back end. They're a little short on safeties right now. They're still thinking about taking a transfer this year. Other than that, they just got to figure out who are the three best guys to play safety.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Steve Stevens. I think you're going to see Jamal Hill, Bennett. I think you're going to see these guys have played a lot of football. I mean, these guys are ready to go. I think Dante Manning is going to have a big year this year, and I really like Brian Addison. I think he's going to really step up this year and have a just tremendous year. Christian Gonzalez is the transfer. And I know we're talking defensive back and safety, but I think a lot of these guys are going to rotate around. I would not be surprised at all. Besides the strict corners, I would not be surprised at all to see these guys move around and play kind of a different role than what we've seen in the past. The Cristobal era kind of had the heavy set safety look and then the light set safety look, and they'd switch guys out based on that. And then they had basically Bennett kind of playing so far down that he was playing linebacker. And Jeff Bossa turned into the linebacker. I mean, isn't that just crazy to think about? And so, I think there's other guys out there that are going to have a big year. I'm excited to see Jonathan Flo go over there, a guy who's just really, really a great athlete. I mean, the Flo family, obviously, we know, but going from the outside backer position down to defensive back, I think it's going to be fantastic. And we'll see how these guys do. But it's always fun to see these guys. You're right. There's a Hill history of these guys doing great. Playing great in the league. Obviously, you have the Patrick Chung, T.J. Ward group. That's just absolute studs. But when you stack up 2 or 3 or 4 of them together, that's when you can really do some stuff. And so I think this is a year where we've seen these guys develop. We've seen these guys come in young. I mean, Dante Manning especially. I mean, he was a huge recruit. I mean, he was doing crazy stuff in high school and was awesome at that Polynesian Bowl. So there's a lot of hype for him. He just hasn't really had the chance to play as much. I think this is going to be a year where he's going to really blow up.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think you got six scholarship guys. You got Bennett Williams, Jamal Hill, Steve Stevens, Damon David, Brian Addison, and new 4-star 2022 safety Trajan Williams out of Portland, Oregon. So shout out to him. But yeah, you got 6 guys, and I think you pretty much got 4 solid starters with Hill, Bennett, Bossa, or you can Bossa's not in there no more. He's moved to linebacker, but Stevens. So pretty much 3 solid starters: Hill, Bennett, and Stevens. So man, I really like those guys. I like Bennett Williams is a very solid open space tackler, great run stopper, was an All-American freshman at Illinois, and Jamal Hill he started after Bennett Williams went down, and we all seen what he could do in that Pac-12 championship game. Had a great game there. And then Steve Stevens, man, he plays very solid as well. So I really like the starting safeties spots. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think we're going to get great production. It's just, as you guys said, injuries or when guys get tired, who really steps up behind him? You guys got Brian Addison and Damon David. So like you said, like Jonathan said, you're gonna probably want to add a transfer coming in, or if you can, I don't know if you still can, but get a 22 guy to kind of get in here. And I think that's gonna give guys like Trajan Williams a real opportunity to play. I really do.
Yeah, because Burgess is moving back to safety as well. And then Damon David could potentially start this year over Steve Stevens. I think he's a guy that definitely has the potential and capability to start. He didn't get much run. I know he's been injured, but he's a guy that could definitely start this year with his upside that he brings.
100%.
I think Triquez will start, and I think Dante Manning will start, and I think Gonzo will start, Christian Gonzalez. I think those guys will be, depending on how you're going to work it, they're going to have the cornerbacks. I think are going to be Christian Gonzalez and Dante. I think you're going to have maybe the safety / defensive back cover guy. Again, if you're used to basketball, it's easy to understand. Like, are you running a zone or you running man? These guys are playing basically basketball back there. And, it's just about whether they cover the guy straight up when they're running. If they're running a 3 wide receiver set, then somebody's got to cover him. So I think that's going to be Triquez. And then I think Jamal is going to be the guy in the backfield. But I think you're just going to be having fun this year, man. This defense is going to be awesome. I'm super excited. And then JJ Greenfield came back. He's not on scholarship, but he's in the safety room. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be super fun. I think these guys are going to do really well. I think it's all about defense. It's all about how well you do up front. Allows your linebackers to eat. If your linebackers stop the run, it allows your cornerbacks and safeties to eat. So somebody on that line is getting some takeaways. And that's the key, in my mind, to real success on the college level is getting takeaways. Because if you can stop them immediately, get the offense back on the field, it's a huge play. It's like a dunk on, what it used to be on in basketball. It gets the whole crowd fired up. Turn it around quickly. You get the ball back. A lot of times in scoring position, takeaways are absolute game changers. And if you're a good defense, you should be able to take them away.
100% with the Dan Lanning defense. What you've seen with Georgia, I mean, scheme wise, that's coming. And I had to agree with you as far as Dante Manning and Triquez. I like those two at corner, and then I also like Jamal Hill and then Bennett Williams back there. Those are my two guys. But like I said, depth wise, if one of these guys go down, man, we're gonna have to see guys step up for sure. It's not like the linebackers where you have, a plethora of guys at each position.
But I think these guys coming out of high school ready to go. Jonathan can speak on this. I mean, as a recruiting guy, these guys are completely different. Their mindset's different. Now the bag is different. Now the NIL deals are different. Now there's a lot of motivation. You thought the scholarship was motivation. Holy moly! Now we're talking about big checks. So it's like now it's a whole nother ballgame. And so these guys are extra motivated now. I mean, you can't keep them out of the weight room now. And so I think it's going to be a different deal with seeing these freshmen. Not to mention the fact that you have the transfer portal. The transfer portal, I think, is also a huge threat to every one of these teams. That if you're a freshman and you expect to play and you don't, see ya, I'm out the door. Or unless you get the red shirt and you're like, okay, I'll just extend it out a little bit. If you don't play that second year, later, because there's always going to be somebody else ready to go.
100%. Yeah, man, I want to see these guys step up. Jonathan, what do you think, man? What do you think about the depth here? Do you know if they're looking at any specific transfer, targeting anybody in specific?
Any specific names right now? No.
Okay.
I can't think of any, but I mean, they're trying to just add another safety in the class for 2022.
Yeah, I think it's pretty important just because we just haven't seen enough from Damon David and Addison, really. I mean, Addison played well, but looking at the film, sometimes he at times he looked a little lost. I'm wondering if a possible move to maybe move Addison at DB could be a thing there, but I don't know. We'll see, man. I think losing Verone McKinley is a huge loss as well for this room, a former All-American leader in the secondary. But I also think that Bennett Williams and Hill are potential stars, man. I mean, Hill was great in that USC game, stepped up very well after Williams went down. And then Bennett Williams, man, I can't tell you enough how much I like him at safety, man. That guy can come up and make tackles and just in space. I mean, against Ohio State, some of the shiftiest, fastest athletes, he's making, tackle after tackle, one-on-one. Loved it, man. So very excited with the safety group, very excited. But as I said, as a Duck fan, I always throw my concerns out there. I am concerned with the depth, but very excited to see if somebody can step up. That's what the spring game's for. So don't miss that, April 23rd. And yeah, man, that wraps it up for me. I threw my starters out there. I pretty much said my piece. If you guys want to add anything else.
Well, I think Addison's gonna have a big year. I think he's a really good athlete. He's very smart. He's been around the game a long time. He's very rangy. He's the height and speed that he plays at is very unique. I think Jaleel Florence is gonna get on the field. I think there's going to be some freshmen they're going to make their name at least on the defense. And again, I think out of all these years with these great recruiting classes, the best players have been on the defensive side.
Yeah, you forgot to bring that up. Totally, man. Jaleel Florence and Jaleel Tucker, the two Jaleels coming in at corner, very fast, rangy corners coming in. Also got Khalil Tate. I'm pretty sure is that his name. There's another safety. I'm missing his name. It was on the tip of my tongue. Really fast. Kamari Terrell. Was that his name?
Yeah, Kamari Terrell.
Yeah. Very fast guy. Very fast guy. Yeah. We also got him coming in. So very, very excited with this safety group overall. Let's also add in special teams here, man. Jonathan, what do you got for special teams?
Yeah, for starters, I have well, for kicker, it's going to be interesting because it's going to be Cameron Lewis and Andrew Boyle, the Washington State transfer. He won't be here till summer. Punter, probably Tom Snee, and then long snapper. I'm not sure if Karsten Battles is back or if it's going to be Luke Passo. And then kick return, Chris Hudson. And then I don't know who's going to be opposite of him. I would assume Seven McGee, and then punt return Seven McGee.
Okay, yeah, man. Seven McGee would be electric back there for sure, no doubt.
Yeah, I think you got to find a way to get the ball in his hands. Whether it's running back, wide receiver, slot back, kick return, punt return, safety, whatever. He's a game changer completely. And I think Camden Lewis has turned it around, man. I think he's a guy ready to rumble. And Tom Snee had a great year. I love Tom.
Oh, yeah. Coming from Australia.
Dude, what's up, mate? Dude, Tom is a great guy. Great follow. Great dude. Just love being here. Just totally any hell of a guy and hell of a punter. I mean, he's an NFL-type punter. These guys coming out of that school in Australia have like a damn near 80% success rate or something in NFL. They're totally taking over.
Yeah, I love how he kicks, man. Great punter.
Yeah, I think the special teams. The one thing Dan Lanning said in his interview was they do special teams right out of the flex period, so they jump into the special teams right away. I think people lose if you didn't play football, if you don't coach football, you lose how important special teams is. Mike Bellotti, his line was special teams be special, and special teams is such a unique spot. Bellotti always had starters play at least one special teams. And so you always had number one guys out there. I mean, who can't remember D'Anthony Thomas is the gunner on the punt team. I mean, you got to love that. You got to love guys willing to go out and hit somebody.
100%.
And, I think some of my favorite Kenyon Barner moments were when he was playing punt return. And, just you give these guys a chance. I mean, goddamn, I'm so excited about Seven. He's going to have such a good year. And again, these guys are all so... the sky's the limit right now because you don't really know what you're going to get. But these guys are going to get a chance to go down in opening day in Georgia and play in Atlanta at one of the greatest stadiums in the world and in front of everybody and showcase the thing and have a real shot at it.
Oh, yeah, man.
Awesome.
Duck fans got to get down there. Got to get down to Atlanta. Flock down.
Cheers! I'll be there. I'll be there with my boy. It's gonna be
Oh
awesome.
yeah. Got to, 100%, man. Yeah, I'm very excited for special teams. I think it's got to improve from the last couple of years. You know, didn't really see too many returns from Oregon, and didn't really, you know, kind of let some special team plays go. I mean, kind of think about that Utah game a little bit, you know, stuff like that. So want to see that shirt up for sure, and I'm glad Dan Lanning's putting it in emphasis to make that better.
When you're getting the ball, they've changed the rules a lot too now. They've tried to take special teams out of the situation because of the head injuries. Yeah. So they're both NFL and college are both changing rules to benefit the teams to not return the ball. Yeah. They're trying to give them better field position. They're trying to not penalize them. You can let the ball bounce wherever that means. This is a weird deal. I mean, they're going to slowly take away a lot of stuff in special teams, which is dangerous.
You're telling me I was sitting there confused when they catch it at like the 20-10 yard line, and then they fair call it
fair catch
on the kick. I'm like, what?
Yeah, what are we
I
doing?
didn't know. I was like, what? You're supposed to run it? Like, I didn't know you could do that until that started happening.
And they basically wanted to take special teams completely out, and people were like, no, it's a part of the game. You can't take the foot out of football.
Right.
Then it's just throw run ball. I mean, come on, really. So you guys, there has to be at least some foot to ball action. And they want to take it out of the game, and people have protested against it, which is great because it needs to be a part of the game. It's a third of the game. You can't take a third of the game away.
Yeah, no way.
That's asking way too much.
100%, man. With the speed Oregon's bringing in, including the safeties and corners that they just brought in the class, you can really tell they're putting speed as an emphasis. Kind of seen with the Mario Cristobal area, all you've seen was the strong, the tough, not too much elusiveness, not too much speed. Kind of seeing a balance out here now a little bit. You're still getting that blue collar style with Dan Lanning, work. But I see within recruiting, they're really trying to focus on bringing that speed back to Oregon.
Well, the best recruits, Jonathan, you can speak on this. The best recruits are the fastest. The best recruits are the fastest, the strongest, the hardest hitting. I mean, the most intense. They're the A1 guys. And if you go back in time, there's some really special moments in special teams. I mean, I always think of Keenan Howard returning the ball against Oregon State. You don't beat Oregon State that year. You don't have one of your best seasons that year if you don't get one punt return. You need it. Cliff Harris against Cal down there. I mean, you need it, and these guys are game changers. And some of the best players on every single recruiting class are going to be your return men. They're like the number one star.
Anthony Thomas.
Oh, Lord. People still to this day, every time a guy breaks the tape, the guy goes over I mean, I was right there in that stadium. I was tailgating with everybody. It's my favorite story. I was tailgating with everybody. They said, and I was all these Kansas State fans. They said, "Oh, we're right with you guys. Just don't start fast." And I'm out there. We're drinking shots of tequila. We're just pounding it. And these guys are like, "You can't start fast. We're in it. We're in it. We're just we're a fourth quarter team. We're blah, blah." And I was like, "Okay, cool." We go into the stadium. I'm just lit. We go into the stadium. D'Anthony just runs it back right in front of us. Yeah. I got the film on it. I'm like, "Oh man, let's go!" And that's still like to this day a huge deal. I mean, D'Anthony's gonna have the pro day tomorrow, and it's gonna be a big deal because he's there. He's still like the Mamba, like, dude.
Him and Devin Jackson. Or not Devin Jackson. Excuse me, Devin Allen.
Devin Allen, right?
Yep, Devin Allen. Yep.
Not yet. We're projecting, but no, Devin Allen. Yeah, no. He hopefully he'll be at Pro Day here and at the World Track Championships in the summer.
Awesome.
Let's go.
100%. All right, guys. So that gives it there, man. That's the Oregon Duck football spring preview. Got the safeties, corners a little bit as well, and special teams. So a threefer with three people. Sports Chat 503, Ryan Winter, Jonathan Charles, Jonathan_SD8 on Twitter. Give these guys a follow, a subscribe, whatever it may be, man. Go. If you're a Duck fan, man, you'll definitely enjoy their work. Jonathan really covers the recruiting trail really hard for Oregon, and Sports Chat talks all things Oregon football, man. He just loves to chat about it. So, and really friendly guy. He'll talk to anybody about Oregon, man, as long as you keep it friendly as well. All right, man. So go Ducks. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're a Duck fan, and love it, man. Go Ducks.